Mumbai, South Mumbai, in the Fort Business District, and was built in 1864 to depict the Roman goddess Flora. It seems to have survived nearly 150 years quite well. Now a view of the hanging gardens, terrace gardens on top of Malabar Hill. You get a lovely sunset view of the Arabian Sea. Ways to get around Mumbai. One is to use these double-decker buses taken off from the British, I think. Most of Mumbai's citizens, however, take the train. Probably 6 million people travel on trains every day. The main station was called the Victoria Terminus, shown here in the late 1800s. It's an outstanding example of Victorian Gothic Revival architecture. A very early cover print of the terminus. The railway terminal became a symbol of Mumbai as being a major British port on the Indian subcontinent. We'll move along to look at the train system. Here's the electric train system. One of the many stations laid out through Mumbai, and a picture showing how incredibly crowded the train stations become. In July 2006, there was terrorist bombings when quite a few people were killed. This is a TV photograph of some of the damage on the trains. The Asiatic Society Library in Mumbai contains quite a few famous books, including some of Dante's. Once again, an 18th century picture of this famous building. Those steps don't look very promising for a wheelchair. In 1975, having traveled through Persia, or Iran as it's called, I'd read a bit about the religion of Zoroaster, and had heard about the Towers of Silence, where they bury their dead. They leave the dead for the vultures to feed upon. When we were traveling through Bombay or Mumbai, our tourist guide told us about the Towers of Silence, and we drove by to look at them. Here's a 19th century engraving of the Mumbai one. A recent BBC news item notes that disease is killing off the vultures. Consequently, the bodies aren't being eaten in the Towers of Silence. And what they're doing is setting up solar reflectors so the bodies will decay at a much faster rate. On that note, I'll say goodbye and thank you for visiting Mumbai with me. Have a good day.